Hello, in this video I will show you how to identify rats and backdoors on an infected host using network traffic and then working our way backwards using standard tools from sysinternal and so on. So I've been running Wireshark to capture the traffic that this machine is generating, and among some of the traffic or some of the communication I identified on TCP port 53. This host is trying to communicate to this IP address on port 53. 53 would normally be associated with DNS lookup. However, the traffic that we see down here in the payload doesn't look like our domain name or anything associated with DNS request at all. So I'm assuming that this is our first indicator of the malware. So we're just making a note of this. It's always a good idea to make notes while you are doing your investigation, so you can remember later what you did. So in this case, we have this IP address communicating on TCP port 53. The next step we are going to take is to start up a tool called TCP view from sysinternal. Just going to maximize that one. The traffic I saw looked like it was some kind of beacon. So it's actually just trying to keep alive or trying to contact the server. So it's not communicating all the time, so we don't have a session established. So in this case here, we just let the TCP. So in this case here, we're gonna let TCP view run for a while and see if we can determine any communication to the IP address that we recorded. And here we got the IP address, the 199.36.76.113. And you can see that the executable associated with that traffic is called googleupdate.exec. Make a note of that. If we right click here, we can actually see the destination of that executable, and it's in Documents and Settings, IE User, Application Data, and Google Update exec. That was an easy one. Another tool we can use to identify the process with is Process Explorer from sysinternals. And in this case here we have Google Update right here, and we get some more information in the description, which is update. So that's another indicator of compromise. We have a path. If you double click on it, we have a full path here. Let's record that. Another thing we see here is the auto start location, which is a HKey current user, software, Microsoft, Windows, current version, run, update. So that is probably how it survives a reboot. It's becoming persistent by being installed into a registry. So that's a valuable information as well. Another cool thing about sysinternal's Process Explorer is that we can actually see with this one that this executable is not signed. So you could actually just sort them by signs, and you can see there is some more processes running up here. That's not signed. A good indicator would be that they're not signed. If they're malicious, it's not 100%, but it's a good indicator. Another thing we can do is we can run a check against the VirusTotal. Another cool thing we can do with sysinternal tools is to run or to check the files against the VirusTotal. And now the sysinternal tools is doing a lookup on the hash value of the file, and we can see in this case here that there is 46 hits out of 57. So there's a good chance that this is the malware. Another way to identify how malware starts up is to use a tool called Autorun. Autorun will look at your system and basically identify everything or extract every information about how program starts up on the system. And if you look at everything here, we will actually see that this program here, update again, is actually starting up from the registry in HKey current user, software, Microsoft, Windows current version, and run. And again, we have the information about the file here. So this just to show you some more tools to get the same information or to verify it. So in this video, I hoped that you saw it as a quick way to identify malware on a system based on network traffic. Thank you for watching. Bye.